Victims. Everybody is a fucking victim today in the United States. 80% of Americans have a victim mentality. And if you keep that mentality, then you will eventually actually become a victim. So how do we stop this? Well, first of all, you got to change your whole mindset. Who better to tell you how to avoid becoming a victim than somebody who used to victimize people? Now, I'm not proud of what I'm not proud of that part of my life. I mean, that was who I was and not who I am today. But I am going to go through the steps to tell you to use common sense and avoid becoming a statistic. You know, you see people all the time getting robbed, getting killed, getting beat down, getting caught slipping, getting kidnapped. I mean, there are ways to avoid becoming a victim. Now, what I'm about to tell you is not going to 100% ensure that you don't become a victim, right? But we could say I can give it about 90%. So I'm going to go down a list and tell you what not to do. And then I'll talk about what to do. So let's start with this. Number 1, get off your fucking phone. Everywhere I go, people have their face buried in their fucking phone. They have no idea what's going on around them. They have no idea what's going on in the surroundings. None. Motherfucker could be sitting there with a gun pointed at them for 10 fucking minutes, but they're so buried in their fucking phone that they don't even see it. And that will make you become a victim. You won't see it coming. You're not paying attention. In 2023, you need to be paying attention to your surroundings. Because if you're not, you're going to get got. Oh, that rhymes. That was a good one, huh? If you're not, you're going to get got. Pay attention to your surroundings. Get your head off your fucking phone. I mean, it's everywhere. If I'm driving down the street, if I'm in the grocery store, if I'm going to the dock, I mean, anywhere I go, people are so buried in their fucking phones that they have no clue who's around them. Doing time in prison, I can look at people and see if they're up to sinister shit. I'm able to look at them and be like, oh yeah, dude, there's something wrong with this cat. This dude's not right. The fuck's up with him? And I'm able to see it and prepare myself so I don't become a fucking victim. So that's number 1. Stay off your phones. People are so drawn into this shit that they're not even living life anymore. They don't see anything else but the phone, an app, somebody texting them. Put the fucking phone away when you're out and about. You don't need to be texting people and chit-chatting or being on social media, taking pictures of yourself while you're at fucking Walmart or the grocery store. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Nobody gives a fuck what you're doing. You don't have to take. I've seen people like I was at Walmart, which I don't like shopping at Walmart, just to put it out there. But I was at Walmart and I'm getting out of my truck and I'm walking in and I see this lady. This fucking bitch has high heels on, right? A nice blouse, nice jeans, hair done, makeup done, right? And she walks right to probably 20 feet in front of the Walmart sign, turns around and takes a selfie looking like that with the Walmart sign in the background to obviously to put on social media like, what's up, y'all? I'm going to fucking Walmart dressed like a fucking hooker. Or just, I'm not going to say a hooker, but just, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? When you're out to dinner with your family and your family's there, and especially if you have kids, mothers, fathers too, You need to be paying attention to your fucking kids and make sure nobody's trying to snatch them up. And you can't do that if you're on your fucking phone. Those are facts. Get your fucking head out of your ass and out of your phone and pay attention to your fucking kids and your surroundings. So number one way to avoid becoming a victim is stay the fuck off your phone when you're in public. Don't do it. Come on, people. Come on. It's not that important. It's not that important. You don't need to fucking go to a restaurant with your family and take a fucking picture of your fucking food so you can show the world what you're eating. Nobody gives a fuck. Who the fuck cares? It's fucking crazy, man. These fucking phones have got people's mind fucked up and buried to where they have no clue what's going on in the real world. A little fucking device, and I think it was designed that way. So yeah, get off your fucking phone, and maybe that'll lower the chances of you becoming a fucking victim. Number two, if you're driving down the road and somebody cuts you off, whether on purpose or on accident, you didn't die they cut you off, but you didn't get in an accident. You didn't die. Don't go fucking chasing them down to yell at them and talk shit because you don't know, number one, who the fuck that person is. You don't know what they're capable of. You don't know who you're dealing with. You haven't got any idea of what you're getting yourself into if you go to chase that motherfucker down. You weren't hurt. Yeah, they were reckless and they were careless in what they did, but you weren't hurt. Okay, you lived. Walk it off. Let them go. Don't fucking chase them down. Not only are you putting yourself in jeopardy, but you're putting the people around you in jeopardy. And anyone who's in the car, I see it all the fucking time. And people end up getting shot or beat down, their heads beat in. Why? Because they thought they were going to go yell at somebody who cut them off. I just saw this girl got cut off by a fucking motorcycle. Now she's about to go do life in prison. Because she chased him down, he ended up dying. The smallest mistake and the smallest thing could change your life forever and your family's life. Especially if you have other people in the car or you don't know if that person has other people in the car. It could have been an accident. Don't fucking chase them down. And then you have less of a chance of becoming a fucking victim. If you cut somebody off on accident, say you're sorry. Because that person that you cut off could be the one who wants to chase you down and start shit. But if you put your hand out the window and say, hey, man, I didn't see you, I'm sorry. Let them see your lips move saying you're sorry. And that, it was an accident. They're less likely to get road ragey and try to shoot up your fucking car or pull you out or do anything stupid, especially if you got your fucking kids in the car or any other family members. Remember, when you have other people in the car, you're responsible for those people too. So if you make a mistake on the road, which people do, cut somebody off, you don't see him, there's a blind spot, say you're sorry. Put your hand out the window and say, hey, my bad. And you'll have less of a chance to become a fucking victim. Maybe, if Easton, when you're driving with your kids, you shouldn't be on your fucking phone. When you're driving, you shouldn't be on your fucking phone texting anyway. But that is, causes a lot of people to not see what's going on the road. A lot of people die on the road all the time. Road rage, all that shit. So, don't let your pride get you fucked up. Say you're sorry. It doesn't take, it doesn't hurt anything for you to be able to say you're sorry when you make a mistake. Own your shit. And then you might not become a fucking victim. You want to try to avoid conflict as much as you can. I mean, if you're put in a position where you have to act, then act. Okay? Like Jordan Peterson said, he's like, you don't have to be violent, but you got to be capable of it to protect yourself. Don't be a coward. You run into somebody cuts you in line somewhere, or you're out having a drink. Okay, let's talk about the story that I just read. So this guy, he comes up and he's like, hey, out of the blue, dude's vaping, whatever, at a coffee shop. And he's like, hey, my son's here. Please don't vape. Even though he was polite, I don't know how he said it. From what I read, it cost him his life. All he had to do was get up and move his son somewhere else or his child somewhere else to get away from the vape smoke. You didn't have to confront that person. Mind your own fucking business, because now you went and confronted this person in front of your kids, and now your kid's probably traumatized forever because he saw this man get killed for telling somebody, don't vape around my kid. Just get up and fucking move. If somebody's doing something and that is there and doing something that you don't like, you don't have to confront them if it's not putting your life in danger. Let them do their thing. Just get up and walk away. Don't walk up there and be like, hey, don't fucking do this. Or, I seen the thing in, people do that shit all the time and it ruins their life forever. Leave it the fuck alone. Don't try to be tough. Get your son, walk away. If you're with your family, somebody wants to start shit with you or somebody wants to be rude, just walk away. Don't put yourself in a position to becoming a victim. Because you never know what that motherfucker's going through that day. You have no fucking clue what's going on in that dude's mind. Or woman. Because they could just be having a bad day, petty shit. Look at the case that happened. You can Google it if you haven't heard about it, up in, I think, Pennsylvania. It was something as small as snow. These guys were out there shoveling snow, and they were shoveling snow from the street onto this man's yard. And he said, hey, don't shovel snow on my yard. And the dude and his wife, they're like talking shit. They're like, we'll do whatever we want. We'll put snow on your yard, blah, 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 blah. That dude went in his house, got a gun, and smoked both of them. Because you never know when somebody's at their wit's end. You don't know what kind of day that they're having. It's his yard. So if he says, hey, man, please don't shovel snow on my yard, well, then don't fucking do it. Don't try to be tough, because you never know who you're fucking dealing with. What's going on in that person's mind, what his mental state is at the time. You could have pushed the snow just down the road, but no, you and your wife wanted to fucking gang up on the guy and get mouthy, and look what happened. They're both dead now. He went there and he smoked both of them for snuffling fucking snow on his yard. Now, if he would have been like, hey, don't shovel snow on my yard, and they would have been like, hey, sorry, sir, no problem, we won't do it. It's your property. Respect that and walk away. Then they would still be alive today, because the man would have been like, okay. But he snapped. Because he wasn't going to be disrespected. Like I said, I don't know what was going on in his mind at the time, but that shit happens every fucking day. Again, and I can't say this enough, and I'm going to keep saying it through this podcast. You never know what somebody's about. You never know what's going on in their mind at the time. So follow that simple rule. If somebody says, hey, don't do this, this is my property, then just don't fucking do it. And you'll have less of a chance to become a fucking victim. God, it's just, this is all common sense. If you're walking down the street or you have to go somewhere, walk with your head held high. Walk with your head held high. Walk with some kind of sense of dignity and you know, if you're a man, walk with your shoulders back. Walk like you're supposed to walk to where you don't look like a victim. Because if you're just slouching around with your face buried in your fucking phone, you're going to become a victim. You're an easy target. You're a fucking mark for anybody who wants to get you. Oh, and I love the fact that if you're a big fat person, like, you know, you don't take care of yourself and you're walking down the street, I mean, you're not a threat to me. I mean, you're a victim. Because you don't take care of yourself, man. I can run up on you and you'll be out of wind in 3 seconds. Take you down. I don't care how fucking big you are. That don't mean shit. You're a victim. Take care of your body. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Walk tall. Walk with authority. Walk like, hey, you're supposed to be here. But don't start shit. But don't walk all slumped around, you know, just like anything. You'll become a victim. That's it. It's as easy as that. Criminals are always looking for marks. Always looking for marks. And if you stand out in a crowd, because marks stand out in a crowd, you can look around and you can see people you don't want to fuck with. You probably don't want to fuck with. Or you could see people that are probably going to give you a fight if you try to fuck with them. As a criminal, from a criminal thinking, you're looking around, you're like, oh yeah, you could see, it's easy to spot. So don't make yourself look like that. Walk tall. You know, walk fucking tall. Keep your fucking face out of your phone. It's funny because people will rob and kill people for $20 nowadays. Like, it doesn't matter the type, money. They don't know what you got, but they want it. You can avoid at least 90% of becoming a victim if you just listen to what the fuck I have to say here. ATM machines. Stay the fuck away from them. Stay away from the ATM machine. If you need cash and you need to go to an ATM machine, go through the drive-thru and pay attention to your surroundings. If something doesn't look right, then go to a different bank. And if something happens to you, okay, there's a story about a man in Texas. It's a horrible story. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to try to sit here and make it look like, oh man, it's the guy's fault. But it actually, in all actuality, it is his fault of what happened. And he probably knows that and regrets what he did. But the dude went to the ATM, went back to his car. Dude came up and robbed him. Took his money with a gun. The dude had a gun. Took the guy's money. He had his daughter or one of his children in the back of the car. The guy who robbed him already had the money, didn't do anything violent, and he took off. He was gone. It was over. Nobody got hurt. But this guy had so much pride or whatever it is that he was trying to do, he grabbed his gun after the guy turned around to leave and started shooting at the guy who just robbed him. Well, the guy turned around and shot back and ended up killing his kid in the back fucking seat when he could have just let it go. You got your kid in the car. Why would you try to get into a fucking shootout with your kid in the fucking car? The dude already got the money and left. It was in the clear. You could have dealt with it in a different way, but instead you're going to pull out your fucking gun and get in a goddamn shootout with your child in the fucking car? Are you fucking joking me right now? Like, are you that I mean, come on, man. And now your child's gone. Because of what you did, your child became a victim. See, your actions don't just affect you. They affect everybody surrounding you. There's no fucking, you know, you can walk around and think that you're the toughest thing on this planet, but there's always somebody tougher. There's always somebody who has more heart. Trust me, I've done prison time with murder, a lot of murderers. I've talked to all these cats who have taken lives on, I mean, a lot of fucking lives. I know their stories. I'll tell them on here. I don't mind. I told them I would. I know their stories. Some of them are doing life for taking lives that they didn't, you know, they had to in order to protect themselves. But the way this country works, you know, to protect yourself, to protect yourself or your family, you know, and you end up behind bars. Some of them are guilty of murder. Some are just savages and deserve to be locked up because they're straight killers. But don't think that all the killers are in prison. There's a lot of killers still on the fucking streets all the time, at all times. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to get got. Never think that it'll never happen to you. Because the last victim and the victim before that and the victim before that and on, they thought the same fucking thing. It wouldn't happen to me. If you're going out with your kids, you know, mothers, single mothers, be careful. Watch your surroundings. When you leave a store, look behind you. Make sure nobody's following you. If you're a single mother, make sure no one's following you. You need to pay attention to your surroundings and see the looks on people's faces and how they're acting and see if there's anything strange off. Because women are the easiest victims that there are, that exist. The easiest. Oh, man. These are all common sense things. And today, nobody has it. It's like they didn't raise their children right. I don't understand. Or is it technology? Or is it the trapping of the phones? Is it, I mean, you see it on the TV all the time. Motherfuckers just walking down the street and get got, smoked, shot, whatever. Because they're not paying attention to their surroundings. Because all of these situations that I see on TV where people are victims, if you were paying attention, you would have saw that coming. You would have saw that coming because they're not hiding behind trash cans and in corners and under shit to try to get you when you're walking down the street. They're approaching you and you could see the approach. And when they're approaching you in a certain way, you should be able to read their body language like, hey, okay, something's off here. I'm not going to become a fucking victim. And it's sad that you got to carry you have to pay it. You watch all this stuff now being on the streets. I mean, prison is the most dangerous and deadly place in the country. I did 15 years inside there. I learned this, and that is a complete survival. That is all about survival because we have to survive in there because you can become a victim like that. No, I mean, the smallest thing will turn you into a fucking victim. You'll be dead. You'll have your throat cut. You'll have fucking holes all in you. Your cellie will fucking kill you when you're sleeping. I mean, I got some stories for that, man. I mean, I've seen that happen a shit ton of times. You know, dude falls asleep or even not even falling asleep, just being around and his cellie fucking kills him. You know, we have this thing that fight or flight. You've heard of it. I'm sure everybody's heard of it. It's an evolutionary process, right? So when bad shit is coming, you can feel it. If you're paying attention to your surroundings and paying attention to your body, you can feel when you are in danger or that something is amiss and something's not right. I'm sure, I mean, most American people that are open to and paying attention to their surroundings know that what's going on in America right now is fucked up. There's some serious shit wrong, and you can feel it. So when something's not right, you can feel it. Listen, I'm going to go back to the thing like, you know, if you're at a bar, or like if you're out and about and somebody's starting shit with you, or say you're walking down the road, right? And most men, I mean, because we're men, and you got your lady with you and she's looking good, right? And I mean, this happened to me on plenty of occasions because I got a pretty badass wife. You know, it's happened to me on plenty of occasions. And he comes by and he, you know, says something to your lady. Like, damn, you're fine. Take it as a compliment, bro. Take it as a compliment. Don't be like, hey, homie, don't fuck talk to my lady. Don't fuck talk to her like that. What the fuck? Because then you could become a victim. You don't know if this dude has a gun. You don't know what's going on in his head. Just let it go. Be like, thanks, man. You know? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be taking her home. That's yours. That's your lady. It's not his. He can admire all he wants, but he can't touch her. Now, if he puts his hands on her, that's a different story. But if he just says something, don't try to be the fucking hero. Don't try to show out in front of your woman. Because I had a fucking bitch like that back in the day. When I was like 18, 19 years old, I had a bitch like that. I'm going to tell you the story just real quick. So I'm a gangster at the time. I'm a gangbanger. And I'm walking down the fucking street. And I see this car roll by. And when the car rolls by, these fools throw up where they're from. Well, I don't get along with them guys, right? But I know because I'm not strapped, my homie's not strapped, and neither is my lady. But I know that these fools in this car most likely are strapped. So I didn't throw up anything because I'm not able to defend myself. I'm like, okay, I'll catch these fools on the flip side. Right now, they got the advantage on me, so I'm not going to throw up anything. Sure enough, what ends up happening is my fucking, wannabe gangster woman is in the back. She's like, man, you're going to let, because she's from a neighborhood that doesn't, she's a gangster too. She's from a neighborhood that doesn't get along with these fools. She's like, man, are you going to let these motherfuckers just roll by and go like that? In my head, I'm like, fuck. Like, I got to fucking show my shit. I fuck that. So I threw my shit up. Fucking instant stop and back up. First thing this motherfucker does, good thing he was a bitch, right? Because he obviously didn't have the heart to kill nobody or take nobody out, but he did have the heart to pull a gun on a motherfucker, because first thing he did is he jumps out the car and he pulls out this little 22 Ruger with a long barrel on it, and he comes like so close to me, right, that I was able to grab the gun and pull it to the side, and he fired it, and I pulled it out of his hands, and then he turned around and broke, and I started blasting at him. Luckily, he didn't get out and just start dumping, because we would have been dead. No, he wanted to see, he wasn't going to use the gun. He was just trying to show it to try to be like, oh, you know what I mean? So he ran way too close to me. And if you're coming with a gun and you're not shooting it and you're within arm's distance of me, I'm not going to sit there and just be like, okay, sorry. No, I'm going to try to get that gun from you, or I'm going to try to do whatever in my powers to do. But the fact of the matter is I knew they were strapped, and they wouldn't have turned around if I would have just ignored what they did. But I got this fucking bitch behind me talking about, oh, hey, you gonna fucking let him do that? And in my head, I'm like, oh man, I gotta show up for this bitch, or I'm not down, But literally, I mean, I'm thinking in my head, and I know what's going on, and I know what's gonna happen in the situation, and I ignore it because my pride got in the way. I got this bitch pumping me up like a Reebok. I know fucking Reebok bitch, but she was pumping me up, and she fucking pumped me up to the point where I threw my shit up. They came by, and luckily it turned out the way that it did, and I didn't get smoked, because I've almost been smoked on plenty of occasions, and that was one that could have been avoided. And I, for one, am born, and this is when I was younger, but I was born with a thing called common sense, and common sense told me that this was probably a situation that is not going to go well. So I tried to, de-escalate it, and I knew it, but instead I let this bitch pump me up, and that's what happened. I could have got smoked. And that can happen to anyone, so don't let your fucking pride get in. Don't let nobody pump you up. Don't walk around with a fucking Reebok tattoo on your fucking forehead. Don't let anybody make you do what you don't want to do. And especially if it's a woman, because if she's sitting back there and being like, oh man, you're a bitch, you ain't down, you ain't shit, well then she ain't shit. See it all the time. See it all the time. I don't know if this still goes on anymore, but bitches used to set motherfuckers up all the time back then. They'd want to part. I mean, I lost like 3 homies that got smoked because bitches set them up. You know, they run up there and they'll be like, hey, you want to party? You want to go to a kickback? You want to do whatever? And the homie's like, man, this bitch is fine. Yeah, I want to go. And then they end up getting there and getting smoked because they got set up by these bitches. So if it's coming from some ratchet ass, a hood rat, some fucking rata, you need to ignore that shit. Don't let anyone pump you up. Use your common sense and you won't become a victim. You're less likely to become a fucking victim. If you follow these few simple things, and I know there's a lot more, and I'd love to discuss them, but I think I'll make a part 2 about it. But there's a lot of things that you can do to avoid becoming a victim. But what I said here, these are the main fucking things. This is where people are getting smoked all the time. Recently, becoming victims. And people are out of control right now. The media got everybody scared. So people are really timid. Really timid. So the smallest thing could get you fucked off. I mean, look, you got your old boy who went to the wrong house in Kansas or whatever. And dude was 84 years old. All he does is sit in front of the TV all day because most 84-year-olds ain't out and about running the streets and knowing what's really going on in the world. All he's seeing is and they're not internet savvy, so they're probably getting their news from like mainstream media, and all they see is like, this dude's a victim. He's a victim. There's a victim. So he sees this guy come to his fucking door and doesn't know him and shoots him because he thinks he's going to become a fucking victim because everybody is shaky. That didn't have to happen. But everybody is on edge right now. And when you're on edge and when people are on edge, they're going to react. And they are going to react irrationally. Okay? Now, I don't know the situation, but I know the guy was fucking old. And he was on edge. Because he's watching this shit all day on the media. And he didn't want to become a victim. So he sees a dude at their door, and a lot of people are saying, well, hey, you know, the kid rung the doorbell first, so it doesn't matter. You know, he knew that the kid wasn't there for harm. That's bullshit, because when I was a criminal back, you know, in the early 90s, right? And if I was gonna rob or steal from somebody's house, I'm gonna ring the doorbell first to make sure that they're not home. So is he in the wrong or is he in the right? Is he shaky? Is it the mainstream media's fault? What is it? I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, I don't know what caused it, but what I am telling you is that people are on edge right now, and the smallest thing is going to make them snap because all of this propaganda and bullshit being pushed out on the mainstream media. And it's fucked up. Cheerleader in Texas shot for getting in the wrong car. She got in the car, got out, coming from cheer practice, gets in the car, got out of the car, went back into the car with her friends, and dude got out of the car and dumped. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with people? They're all on edge. Because you have to expect the unexpected. And if you're not expecting the unexpected, then you're going to be a fucking victim. You're going right down that victim road. Come on, pay attention, use common sense. Keep your head off the fucking phone. Keep your head out of the fucking phone and pay attention to your surroundings. Protect your family and keep them close. Don't make irrational decisions. Think before you react. For every action, there's a reaction. There's always consequences in the stuff that you do. And in the blink of an eye, your whole life could change like that. Everything you've ever known. everything about your life in the blink of an eye could change because of a stupid decision. Don't make that mistake. I'm Mr. Big OG. This is the American Youth Show, and I will talk to you on the next podcast. Thanks for listening.